Hello and welcome to another In a Nutshell video. This video is looking at topic 4D in the Christianity component of the Religious Studies A-Level from Eduqas. Topic 4D looks at the Christian ecumenical movement from the Edinburgh World Missionary Conference in 1910 to the establishment of the World Council of Churches in the 20th century to the ecumenical movement today. In this video, we are going to look at the ecumenical movement since 1948, when the World Council of Churches was established. If you haven't watched the previous video, go and watch that first. To understand the establishment of the World Council of Churches in 1948, we need to begin the story a few decades earlier. In 1920, a League of Churches was proposed by leaders in the Orthodox Church, as they were inspired by the creation of the League of Nations after World War I. Then, in 1937, over 100 churches voted to create a World Council of Churches by uniting the life and work movement with the faith and order movement. However, due to World War II, this was delayed. Then, in 1948, the World Council of Churches was established with 148 member churches. Then in 1961, the International Missionary Conference united with the World Council of Churches. Also in 1961, Catholics were allowed to attend as observers, and the Orthodox Church became full members, and the first Pentecostal churches joined. Today, there are over 350 member churches of the World Council of Churches. However, the Roman Catholic Church is one that remains not a member. The WCC is a place for discussions between churches, a place where Christ is recognized as the head of the body, and a group where churches can learn from each other and give each other help. The statement of intent of the WCC says, "The aim of the WCC is to pursue the goal of a visible unity in the church. This involves a process of renewal and change in which member churches pray, worship, discuss, and work together." There are three main areas of work for the WCC. Firstly, unity, mission, and ecumenical relations. This is the pursuit of visible unity. It works closely with indigenous people to help them to retain their land, identity, and culture. It fights for social justice, for example, by supporting migrants and interfaith dialogue. However, the focus on interfaith dialogue has increased tensions with those who want to evangelize Christianity in a more concrete way. There is an ecumenical disability network, and there is also a committee that is looking at ways to improve relationships between the WCC and the Catholic Church. The second area is public witness and diaconia. Public witness refers to the Church being a prophetic voice, working to promote peace and supporting churches in areas of conflict, such as in Syria. Diaconia is a Greek word meaning service. The WCC aims to tackle contemporary social issues, and this includes projects such as HIV and AIDS initiatives, nuclear arms control, and water networks. The third area is education. The Ecumenical Institute in Switzerland educates member churches to work together and seek relationships with other non-member churches. The WCC also provides seminars and research groups around the world to promote Christian unity. We are now going to turn our attention to the response of the Catholic Church towards ecumenism. In 1928, Pope Pius XI wrote that the only way for Christian unity was for all Christians to return to the Catholic Church. He was worried that unity between denominations would water down doctrines and damage the true faith. Then, in 1948, Pope Pius XII forbade Catholics from attending the WCC. However, Pope John the 23rd was much more positive about ecumenism. He met with the Archbishop of Canterbury and allowed non-Catholic observers to attend the Second Vatican Council. A key Vatican II document about Christian unity is called Unitatis Redintegratio, that's a hard word to say, which termed other Christians as separated brethren rather than heretics. It values the contributions from non-Catholic Christians, and it moves away from saying that the Catholic Church is the one true church. Pope Benedict XVI later explained this by saying that the one true church is not just the Catholic Church. Positive movements continue to emerge in the Catholic Church. In 1965, Pope Paul VI and the Orthodox Patriarch met and retracted their mutual excommunications, which began during the Great Schism in the 11th century. In 1967, the Anglican and Roman Catholic International Committee was set up. Then, in 2010, on the anniversary of the Edinburgh World Missionary Conference, Catholics and Orthodox churches joined other Christian churches in Edinburgh to discuss the development of Christian mission. However, it has not been plain sailing, as there have been some tensions. The Orthodox Church feels it should have more of a say in the WCC because it is one of the largest churches in the WCC, and at the same time, the Orthodox Church are not always happy with the style of worship used at WCC events. There are difficulties between churches due to different approaches to homosexuality. In fact, in 1997, the Georgian Orthodox Church left the WCC due to some of these tensions. While the current Pope has good relations with the Anglican Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, who met each other again in 2024 at a summit between Anglican and Catholic bishops, there has been some tension in the past between these two denominations. The Anglican decision to ordain women as priests and bishops has been declared to be an obstacle to reconciliation by some theologians. Also, the ordination of an openly homosexual bishop led to the ARCIC being suspended by Pope John Paul II in 2003. Tensions have also risen due to the Catholic Church accepting former Anglican priests to be ordained in the Catholic Church. There has been a lot of information in this video, so make sure you rewatch it to go over once again the development of ecumenism since the creation of the World Council of Churches. Thanks for watching, and make sure you press the like and subscribe buttons down below.